Hi everyone, my name's Lloyd, one of the product managers here at Tanzu, and today I want to give a quick demo of service publishing, which is a new feature of Tanzu Platform 10.3. So what is service publishing? Ultimately, it enables developers to collaborate by having one team publish their application's API to the marketplace so that other teams can discover and connect to that application's API as if it's any other type of service on the platform. We're going to go through a demo today where we kick off with an application that's running on the platform, and we'll be publishing that to the marketplace. Let's jump in. So our demo begins as a publishing app developer. I'm in Tanzu Hub. I've just pushed my product catalog app to the platform. And now I'm going to start publishing this to the marketplace. So where do I begin? I've got this new action in the top right corner called Publish as a Service Offering, which when I click into gives me a new user experience that guides me through the process of defining my offering and plan. Just give me a moment, I'll fill this in and we'll come back and have a talk about it. Cool, so I filled in all of the offering details. I've given it a name, subtitle, and description, as well as a service icon to make it easily discoverable in the marketplace. I've added my team name so that other people in the company can find out whose offering this is, as well as added some labels so that teams can easily search for it using Tanzu Intelligent Assist. I've also added my OpenAPI specification that this application's REST API exposes. This will come in handy later when we go through the marketplace. And I've also included a documentation link just to help the teams out in terms of consuming this service. So I click next, and then I'm able to define my service plans. So when publishing a service, plans are categorized by their rate limit. So for example, I can give this one a small rate limit with a 100, and maybe I'll add a larger one with 10,000. This, as a publisher, just really helps me manage kind of the access to that service and just keep things in check. So just reviewing again quickly, everything looks good, and I'll go ahead and publish. Once I hit publish, this brings me right back to the marketplace. So all app developers are empowered to publish to the marketplace, but as a platform admin, you don't want the marketplace being full up with random offerings and plans. So we disable service access by default, meaning that the platform engineer now needs to come in and enable service access so that other developers can come and find the service offering. Let's go through that flow. So our demo continues as a platform engineer. I'm in Tanzu Hub, and I'm going to have a look at the marketplace to see what service offerings I have available for my teams. And you can see down the bottom here are all the service offerings that have enabled service access, meaning that people can find them. You'll also see there's a bunch of published service offerings that are included in this list. But across the top here, we actually have this new section that highlights any service offerings that have disabled service access, meaning nobody can find them. And you'll see here we have our recently published product catalog service, which as a platform engineer, I can now go in and review, right? So here are all the details that we just filled in for the published service, the plans we created, as well as the API specification, which gives me a much better understanding about how this service offering works, with the API calls that can be made, as well as the API schemas that are available. So this looks good to me. I'm now going to go in, and I've got an option of how I can enable access. I can either do that for all plans using this section on the top right, or I can do it on a per plan basis. And for this demo, I'm going to do the large plan only, but I'm going to give global access for that large plan. Hit save, and once that workflow completes, the service offering will then be available for all organizations for that large plan only. And we'll continue the demo as an app developer who wants to consume that service offering. So a quick recap of what we've done so far. The product catalog team have published their service to the marketplace. The platform engineer has enabled access. So the order management team and other teams can find it, learn about it, create instances of the service, and connect to it through bindings. The binding ultimately connects them back to the running application, which the product catalog team manages. Let's go through the consumer flow. So I'm now back as the order management app development team, and I'm looking at Tanzu Marketplace to see what offerings are available to me. And hey, this Tanzu product catalog service looks great. I'm going to click into it and have a look at what it does. So again, I can look at the overview, see which plans are available, or if there's any running instances of the service. And similarly, I can look at the API specification to get a better understanding about what it does and how it works. So this all looks good to me. I'm now going to go in and create a service instance. So my first step is to create a plan. So I'm going to choose the large plan, which has the higher rate limit. Click next. And then all I need to do is give it a name. So let's call it product catalog. Select the org, which is Lloyd Corp, and then choose the space group, which we said in this example is going to be the order management space group. All I have to do then is create the service instance. And after a little while, this process will complete. And I'll be able to bind to it. So we'll come back once that service instance is available. So now my product catalog service is instantiated. I can go into it and I can see that the instance is running in the same space as my application. I can now bind it to connect to that application by using the bind command in the top right. So clicking into this, I choose my application, the order management app, and I give a binding name. So in this example, we'll just call it binding. I then click bind, which after a short amount of time will be successful. So quick refresh, and now my order management app is bound to my product catalog service, which means ultimately that they're integrated. Clicking into the application on the services page takes me right back to the application view. That concludes our demo of service publishing as part of Tanzu Platform 10.3. Please give it a try today and let us know what you think.